What's going on, guys? Today we're going to take the LTD out for a drive, so stay tuned. All right, much to the dismay of Wendy, I have put tags and insurance on the old LTD, so let's go take her for a drive. I've got the battery unhooked, but I do have the battery charger on it. So let's hook that battery back up and get her going. All right. I'm excited to get this thing out on the road, guys. First time I've been able to drive it anywhere other than just around the neighborhood just a little bit. All right. Oh, looks like I might have left the window down over there. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. Let's see if she'll start here. Oh, I guess I need keys, don't I? Hang on. All right, take two. Got the keys. Starts right up. Gotta love these old Fords. Clock needs to be reset now, but whatever. Oh yeah, let me check the transmission fluid on this thing because I know it's got a leak. It might be low, so let's do that real quick. Something doesn't sound very happy up here, but yeah, she's a little low there. Let's go put some in it. Funnel. That alternator does not sound happy at all. You guys remember the old F100? She's still sitting here. And Wendy is not happy that I am putting this on the road and putting this project off. So yeah, she really wants to see this one back on the road soon. I say back on the road. She really wants to see this one on the road soon. And she wants to see this old girl go away, but whew, I have a feeling I'm going to really like this car. And if I really do like this car as much as I think I will, we may wind up looking for another one of these old cars that has a bad body and I can use the frame and suspension out of to go under here. So we'll see what happens. Plenty of time between here and then for me to change my mind. Alrighty. There, the noise is fixed now. All right, let's see what she'll do. All right, she in gear. Uh-oh. Oh, there it goes. I had it in neutral. Wow, that windshield is filthy. I have to go wash that real quick. This is going to be cool. Oh, okay, brake squirt. Brake pedal was kind of soft there at the beginning, or for a second there. All right, there we go. All right. Okay, I'm going to use some of this spray away stuff. Wendy loves this stuff. Works pretty good. I don't want to turn the windshield wipers on the car because, I mean, even though the windshield does have a gigantic crack in it, I don't want to scratch it all up and just make it even worse. So for now, I just want to clean it off so I can see while I drive. All right. I'm excited. Here we go. Seatbelt. Ooh. The seatbelt's kind of crunchy. Well, at least it works. So, whew. Only one of my windows works right now. So I guess that's what we're going to have to deal with. All right. Here we go. Maiden voyage, for me anyway. This car's crazy. Big old boat. School bus let me out. Pull into the gas station here and fill her up. Outside of the fuel thing. Believe it. This side over here, yep. Come on. All right. Well, seatbelt don't want to work. Dang, somebody's smoking some weed out here. All right. My repair did not work on the fuel level sending unit, or maybe I'm afraid that the float is leaking. But because it just wants to read empty all the time, and the fuel light keeps coming on, and I just filled it the rest of the way up with 8 gallons, so it's obviously not working. So get my call. Sarah, my daughter. Hello. I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera, but that camera is just bouncing around because these tires are really bad. Tell you what, let's take this thing to the car wash. It is pretty dirty now. This thing's pretty much been sitting in the side yard since the last video I made about 3 months ago maybe. And yeah, it's filthy again. It's amazing how dirty a car gets whenever you don't drive it. It just sits there. So I'm sure this will make Wendy happy, me spending $15 on a drive-through car wash on this car. She hates it. Oh boy.
The reason that bad things happen to you is because you're a dumbass.
Oh, are you kidding me? I did not record any of that. Well, dang it. I just went through the car wash and it didn't record anything. Oh boy. Newbies. All right. I made a complete mess of the first segment of this video. I missed filming going through the car wash, which would have been some comedic gold because there was a couple of things that happened in there that were pretty hilarious, and I forgot to hit record, so I missed everything. But then when I was going down the road, I opened the wing window so I would get a breeze coming through the car, and it messed up the sound of my microphone. So anyway, I hope you guys are still here with me. We've got the shop for a couple of days. I'm going to do an oil change on this thing, put a new set of tires on the car, so let's get busy doing that. Alright guys, we can take a look up under the car here. This car is pretty cool. I mean, it's got factory dual exhaust all the way to the back. And it also has 355 with a limited slip. You can see the tag here. It says 3L55. That means it's a 355 gear. The L is a limited slip. So we got lucky there. And our transmission leak, it looks like it's coming from the tail shaft seal, so that should be pretty easy to fix. Pretty much got a bunch of grease and crap all up under the car, but yeah, it's got a Fram oil filter, and I'll be glad to be taking that thing off. And I'll be putting in its place another Fram oil filter, because that's all that Walmart had. So I was already there buying windshield wiper blades, and usually I like to use Walmart's the SuperTech filters that Walmart sells. They're a pretty good filter for cheap, but they didn't have any for this year model car, so I just got what I got, and I didn't want to make another trip to some other parts store or whatever. So anyway, let's get to changing the oil. Alright, we got her drained. Alrighty. Get our drain bolt out. There we are. Now, let's get the oil filter off. Oh boy, that thing's on there tight. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no. Why people, why do you do these kinds of things? Oh boy. Let this thing down some. Get it out of my way. Oh no. Hey, there it goes. Oh boy. There is absolutely no way I'd have ever gotten that off by hand. Wow. Jeez, that was ridiculous. Hell, the lug nuts on this thing was so tight I couldn't hardly get them off either. Whew. That's why I like doing my own work. So, let me get this. There we go. All right. One hand. That's all it takes. That's good and tight, and I've never had one come off or leak. Oh wow, that must have been the one that was on the front with the water in it. Let's take this and throw it down there. There we go. Well, it's right in the way, isn't it? Alright. Yeah. And if any of you guys are wondering about this little apparatus right here, look around on eBay, not eBay, but well, they do sell one on eBay for like 200 bucks, but you guys can make one for a lot cheaper than that. Look around on YouTube for Harbor Freight manual tire changer mod, and you'll see plenty of different people coming up with an idea just like this. I didn't come up with the idea, I just copied it, and it works great. And now for tires, I just went on eBay and found the cheapest set of tires I could find with white walls, because you got to have white walls for a car like this. So let's get to putting these on. All right, let's get some of our tire slick-em-bobber stuff. Let's see here. There we go. Now we've got to get under this side of the duck bill and on top of that one, and manipulate it. Wow, that was easy. All right, so let's take this off, and it's still set up for that wheel. Just don't bump it around too much, and we'll get some air in this thing. I have to put the valve stem back in because my little air inflator that clips on won't push air into it unless there's a valve stem in it. So it slows the air down a little bit, but it still works. There we go. Whew. That one was a little bit of a challenge. Whew. There we go. All right. Now let's do that a few more times, and then it's on to balancing. I can't believe I was test driving this car on these tires. Look at this one. I got to the last one here and check this out. I don't know if it's going to pick it up in the camera or not, but those are the steel cords right down in there. That's how dry rotted these old tires are. I'm lucky I didn't have a blowout. I'm just going to be using this old Harbor Freight bubble balancer. There we go. Make sure it gets seated. Now you see that's pretty close to being balanced, but where the bubble is, it's off this way. So let's see what we've got here. That's getting it in there, so let's try a little bit heavier weight. Alright, that's inside. That's inside the bullseye, so I'm gonna call that good. And don't hammer your weights on while it's sitting on this, because that'll also throw it off. Just take you a marker and just mark the rim where you want your weight. And again, gently take it off. And it's always a good idea to recheck your calibration to make sure it's good. Mine still is, so let's go ahead and pop this weight on. A lot of people are going to complain about me putting the weight on the outside, but I don't care. This is not a show car. And that's all there is to it. Let's do that a couple more times. All right, guys, that's it for me today. Got all 4 tires mounted, balanced. I'm gonna have to haul those to somewhere to the scrap. Our local landfill charges you by the tire. I think it's like $2 or $3 a tire. I'm not sure, but I'll haul them off there. I've got getting a load on my trailer anyway, so I need to take it off. One other thing I wanted to show you while I'm thinking about it is brand new gas tank. I put that in last winter because the car had been sitting for so long. I put in a new radiator, new master cylinder, new hoses for the radiator, new fuel tank, new fuel pump. So everything's good to go with this thing. It should be a good driver, even though I've got specialty insurance on it. So I mean, I'm not going to be driving it all the time, but I can take it out occasionally. So it's just going to be a low use vehicle anyway. But anyway, stay tuned, and I'm going to pick the video up tomorrow, and we're going to go over checking the brakes and getting the wheels mounted and filling the engine with oil, and we'll go for another test drive. So, whew, I'm tired. See you in the next clip. All right, guys, we're back. It's the next morning. We're going to go over the car's brake system. Basically, I'm just going to be checking all the linings on the pads and shoes just to make sure I've got enough to be driving around safely on. The car does seem to have good brakes, but I just want to make sure, you know, we're not about to be metal on metal with anything. So I'm going to kind of blow all these little cobwebs and stuff out from under the car while I'm here. So then I'm going to fill it with oil. Then we're going to take it for a test drive. All right, first thing I'm looking at is the rotor. It doesn't have any deep gouges in it. It does have some wear. It's got a lip on the edge of the rotor there, but I'm not too worried about it. The rotor's not all chewed up. Now looking up in here, you can see that I've got plenty of meat left on this outside pad. And I can see the inside pad as well. So I think we're good there. Okay, now we'll check the rear brakes. And if a car's been sitting for a while, don't stick your fingers right in there, because you never know what kind of spiders or whatever's going to be inside there. So just kind of keep your hands on the outside. Oh yeah, we got plenty of meat left on those brake shoes. You can see we got plenty of meat on these brake shoes here. So and on the inside of the drum. Inside of the drum looks nice and smooth, no gouges. A little bit of brake dust comes out, that's normal. All right, let's clean this thing up a little bit. Get all these cobwebs out. Now that all the cobwebs are blown off of it, if I drive it to the local Walmart, it won't look like it's abandoned in the parking lot, so I'm happy with that. So let's go ahead and get the tires put on it. Well, we got to air them up first, and then we'll put the tires on it, get the center caps put back on, fill it with oil, and we're going to go see how this thing drives. Alrighty, let's see here. How hilarious would this car be with a set of P heads, an Explorer intake, and throttle body, headers, and a little snorting nitrous? That might happen. But I've got to build an Urpel first. So stay tuned, it might happen. All right, let's get her started up. Let's go for a drive. I can already tell this thing rides way better than it used to. A lot smoother. Girl gets up and goes for a 150 horsepower motor. Oh boy. One thing's for sure, this thing's got some decent torque. The 302 is always known for being a torquey little motor. Plus with the 355 gears, I would imagine that's, it's a good little combination. Drives really nice. There goes the AOD flare that these things are so common for. They do make some valve body fix-it kits for these things to make them shift normally. I may wind up doing that one of these days. All right, this is a good riding car. I tell you what, I'm impressed with it. Kind of forget how good these old cars rode. Back in the 70s, I mean, everything rode like this. But now with the advent of everything being unibodies and stuff like that, they do ride a little bit stiffer. They do handle a lot better, but it's kind of hard to beat the old plush ride of one of these big couches. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. I think next time that we see this car, I'm probably going to put a little shine juice on the paint. I'm never going to paint the car. I just don't have that kind of money to put into it. I don't have that kind of patience for it. So going to do that. I got to fix an oil leak. Got to get the windows working because only this one window right here works. Door locks. I need to get the wipers to go to, you know, just a lot of little stuff that's going to wind up just needing to be fixed to drive it on a regular basis. But again, like I said, this is going to be a low usage vehicle, and you know, who knows what's going to happen with it next. Like I said earlier in the video, I may wind up doing some high performance stuff on it just because I think it'd be funny. But you guys let me know what you think I should do with it. Just put it down there in the comments. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, please, and we'll see this old car again sometime. Right now I've got a big project going on with Nurple. If you're into four-wheel drive stuff, go check that out. And thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.